Hey guys, in Brooklyn's room. Fuck that shit.
So, hi guys.
Hey everybody.
How have you been? It's been a while.
Hopefully you had a trip or two.
Today we just wanted to talk to you guys about shrooms again. Woo! Yeah.
We're back and we're here to talk to you about the mental aspects of shrooms and what you can expect to think and how it's going to change your perspective.
Oh god, so there's, again, so much to talk about with the mental aspects. That's a lot.
So we'll start off pre-trip, because going into a trip you always need to make sure that you're in a good space in your life. You need to make sure that you're happy with where you are. You're not super stressed out about anything, about money, about any relationship type stuff. You want to make sure that you're almost okay. You're in a good state, almost meditative.
Be in a good headspace, be happy, be ready for some new change in your life, and if you're positive and everything's good, then you're going to have a good trip and you don't have anything to worry about for the most part.
Yeah, just don't go into it too stressed out. You'll be fine.
Yeah. Anyways, mental aspects of a shrooms trip.
So when you start out taking shrooms, you might feel a little bit anxious at first, but don't worry, it'll kick in slowly. It takes some time, and actually what it did for me is that it kind of calmed me down when I took it. Like, I felt a little bit nervous taking it.
Yeah, you usually feel that. You feel like, I mean, everyone, it's natural. This is something foreign, you've never done it. So when you first take it, you're gonna feel a little, your heart's gonna be racing, you know, you're about to experience something totally different. So it's natural to feel this, but once you take the shrooms, this is what I noticed, was 30 to 40 minutes later, I had this totally calming and relaxing feeling, like, just flood my body. And I was so calm, so relaxed, and I was not worried about what my trip is gonna be like or anything. I was just so calm.
You get so calm. I just remember saying, like, everything is gonna be okay. I feel totally fine with everything in this moment right now.
And in fact, when I was there, I was like, I literally like handed the shrooms, the torch, the wheel, and I was like, show me what you need to show me. I'm not scared. I'm not worried. I am going to be totally fine. And I surrendered. I literally surrendered to the shrooms, and I was like, teach me what you need to teach me. Show me what you need to show me. I'm going to sit here and listen.
And it will be a roller coaster of a ride. So once you have settled in to your shrooms trip, let's say you're about 40 minutes in, you're going to start noticing all the physical aspects and changes that we were talking about in our other video, but you're also going to notice that your thoughts are going to be much more present. Your thoughts aren't going to be easily distracted. We started out watching a movie, and the movie became almost boring. Like, I couldn't follow the sequence of events. I was really interested in the colors on the screen and things like that, but what became actually so much more interesting was the TV stand.
Yes.
Below.
Yes.
The TV.
I forgot about that.
And I looked, because like I was watching the screen, and I looked down and I was like, whoa, there's a
yeah,
whole other movie going on
like,
here.
We could have watched the TV stand. Totally forget the TV. We could have watched the TV stand for a good 20 minutes. Like, it was so freaking interesting. Me and him were both like, just like, do you see this? Like, this looks crazy.
Yeah, so it did look crazy, and it looked so real and so 3D, and it looked like you were in virtual reality in real life. It was weird, and the thoughts that go on in your head when you're in a shroom trip is that it basically amplifies the thoughts that you have right now. So if you think that things are going to be bad, then the shrooms will convince you that they're going to be bad. Basically, the shrooms just kind of convince you of what you were already thinking. And for me, at least, I was in a good space. And the shrooms just kind of allowed me to be free from all my worries and stresses. And it allowed me to be fully in that space of goodness and positivity.
Same for me. I had such a amazing, incredible trip. And what it did for me was it really took me out of everything reality was like, and society was trying to like convince me of. And it put me exactly where I put myself first. I was thinking about this current moment and what was going on around me, where I was, and what it did was it helped me to see my priorities in my life. And it helped me so much to motivate me to get done what I needed to do. And it kind of threw out all the bullshit in the way. So it like cleared all of the distractions I was facing and everything in my life that I was doing that wasn't benefiting me. And it's like, it took all that stuff and just like threw it in your face like, hey, there's this thing right here, you need to get rid of it. And I did. I listened. And just to let you guys know, that was social media. I don't know why, but that was like what happened for me is the shrooms told me no more social media.
She deleted everything.
I deleted everything, totally wiped it out completely, wasn't even like going in with that expectation, but it was just like, here, you're wasting your time. What are you doing? You need to focus on what you need to do and not what other people think about you.
Yeah.
So
the shrooms will do that to you. They'll make you feel that whatever is causing that gnawing anxiety in the back of your head, if you've got any, the shrooms will point it out to you. It will shine the flashlight in the dark room directly on what it is that's causing any kind of stress in your life, and it will allow you to make a choice.
Yeah.
An easy choice. It actually becomes very stupidly easy.
It's stupidly easy, and it's like, it makes you feel like, what the fuck was I doing? Like, why couldn't I see this before? This is, like, it's like, thank you for showing me what was, like, right in front of my eyes this whole time, but I was blind. And it's like, it gives you vision.
It does. It gives you inner vision.
So, another thing that I experienced is it put me into, like, right into the moment. And, shrooms like heightens all of your senses, and it makes you see things clear, it makes you hear things clear, it makes you just totally aware of what's going on around you. Awareness is like the biggest part of it. You're totally aware of everything around you to the point that you've never been before. Like, I remember I knew exactly where the truck was outside, even though I wasn't looking out the window. Like, I knew everything that was going on. And so it just puts you, like, into the moment, and that's all that you're thinking about. That's all that you care about, and you have no other worries besides what's going on right in front of you.
For me, the shrooms, the mushrooms, they put me into a very meditative state very quickly. I noticed that, like, when I had been meditating previously without any psychedelics to enhance the feeling, it was very tough to get into a deep meditative state for me. But when you take mushrooms, they will put you right in that meditative state very quickly. And if you want to, you can use them for a spiritual purpose. And that's what I was doing. I was allowing my body to be free of thoughts in the best way that I could. And that was just by letting them go and hanging on to the good thoughts. So the mushrooms will put you in a meditative state really quickly if you want to get there.
Yeah. And if you don't want to meditate, and like, you don't have to, it's up to you. But one thing I noticed as well was I took 4 grams of dried mushrooms, and at some point during the trip, this was like kind of towards the end, I just had this desire to like lay down on a bed, close my eyes, and just be there in the dark, in the quiet, and just be totally present. And I actually ended up going to this place. It's the hardest thing to explain in words. But I remember it was like I was hearing nothing so loudly that I've never heard silence so loud in my life. And it was like, it was crazy. But I like went to this place where it kind of like stopped time. Like, I was literally thinking nothing, and there was nothing going on. It was just like pure moment. Like, nothing was going on around me. I wasn't hearing anything, no sounds. I had my eyes closed. I couldn't see anything. I wasn't thinking anything. It was just pure like nothingness, and it felt so natural, and I was so content with it. It was amazing. And then it was kind of like time was like folding over itself. It was a really interesting experience, and it's hard for me to put into words. So like the best way I can describe it to you is for you to just take 4 grams and do the exact same thing, and then you'll know what I'm talking about. That's it.
I got a similar effect where time didn't really make sense anymore. Time kind of just didn't, just throw away time, like it wasn't even there.
It's like nothing. Like you literally experience like no time.
And I was in the moment where I felt extremely present, and I did a similar thing where I was just lying down, and I was kind of relaxing, and I was just allowing myself to be there in that moment. And what I felt was that I felt no pressure to do anything else. Like I just felt completely okay with whatever I was doing or felt like I should be doing. Like I didn't feel like I should be anywhere. I just felt great exactly where I was. And so that's what the shrooms will do to you mentally. They'll allow you to be okay with the moment, and that every detail, every little thing that's around you, it will all seem all right, regardless of any external things going on in the world. So mushrooms will allow you to be much more present with yourself.
Another thing that mushrooms do to you is basically they're just like pure motivation. So if there's something that you've been procrastinating on, anything like that you really want to do, or basically anything that you know that you need to focus on but you kind of haven't been, it will like bring that up to your attention.
They help you feel inspired. Like I felt really inspired to do what I knew I should be doing for a long time, and then the shrooms they like came up to me and they like, why aren't you doing what you're supposed to be doing? They like knocked right on the door and told me like flat out, like, you gotta do exactly what you need to do. And for me personally, that was get focused on my own goals and get my shit together and work on what I needed to work on. But I didn't feel it in like a negative sense. I felt more like just, this was my calling. This is the stuff that is drawing me to it. And the shrooms just helped me to feel that more.
Yeah, it's like they're just like pushing, like, go do it, go get it done now. And then you're like, okay, I will. It's not like a bad thing. Of course, there's always the chance that you could have a bad trip. I'm not saying that there's not, but I made sure that I did everything I could possibly to set myself up to have a good trip.
I stayed off my cell phone. That helped quite a bit. Like I was on my cell phone, but only for like music. And the best way is to probably stay off of things that might trigger a bad trip, aka social media for a lot of people. So just focus on the good stuff. And if you're having a bad trip, I know that when I switched the song or when I moved to a different room, my trip changed drastically. Yeah.
Like there's ways to get out of a bad trip, such as like, what I did, I went to this a lot, is I was having a lot of frustration with the fact that I wasn't tripping as hard as I thought I could. So I thought I needed to experience more, and I wanted to make this like worth it. I wanted to make it worth it. I went to all this trouble to take shrooms. I'm like, I'm gonna get something out of this. My life is gonna change. So I was frustrated. And I remember I had to just relax myself, and I turned on a movie, and this movie that I really loved, and it actually totally changed my mindset, totally. And I went from being frustrated to being almost in tears of joy. I was so happy. And it's funny because all I did was just put on Netflix, put on something I liked, a movie I liked, and bam, just changed everything.
I remember I was laughing uncontrollably when I put on this movie called Good Burger on Netflix. So whatever you're looking to feel, you better put something on or change the song or even go to a different room. Go outside, go in nature. Nature's
be by yourself. Good. If you're by yourself and you're having a bad trip, go be with someone. There's ways to change your mindset where you can get yourself out of a bad trip if that may be the case.
Yeah, if you're feeling judged, just let your people around you know that, hey, I'm gonna go into this room for a bit, and just trip out for a while. If you're feeling like you need to be with someone, like she said, just go and hang out with your friends, or even call somebody, or I don't know. Just do what you need to do, because you will know what you need to do.
Yeah, it'll tell you. You'll know. It'll just like literally tell you, like, hey, you need to do this, you need to do that, like, and you follow. And if you don't follow, well, you didn't follow. So anyways, guys, so that's a little bit about what to expect from the mental aspects when you take psychedelic mushrooms.
A little bit more about the thoughts that you're going to be having and how to interpret those thoughts, because you're going to be thinking a lot on your shroom trip. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope that you have a good trip, and stay safe, and we'll see you next time.
Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.